All right, we're taking a look at Sophia Carroll here in lane 4, so in the 200 freestyle at our tri-meet on, January 8th. I'm going to play the race straight through. I'm actually going to talk about your splits while it's just playing straight through, and then I'll let it finish playing the whole race, and then I'll go back and kind of break down different parts of the race after that. So here we go. While it's playing your splits, you go a 200 mid. Splits are really great. You're out 28.4 and then 30.4, 30.9, 30.8. So um, you're out 58.8 and then back 101.8. Your first and second 100 are a difference of 2 seconds. Really consistent on the last 350s. So it's a great swim. Really happy with the way you raced it. You stayed down the middle of the lane the whole time, by the way, which was good. So mid-season, me, I'm not overly concerned about the time itself, but taking a look at how you actually swam the race, this is exactly how you want to swim the race. Obviously, when you get the championship season, you want your end time to be faster, but if you split the race like this with, I'll call it championship splits, you're going to be really happy with the end result. I definitely see you having a big drop in this time and achieving your goal time in this event. Okay. Alrighty, so going back to the starts. Excuse me. All right, I like that your hips are high, your fingers are all together, your head is down, your feet appear to both be facing forward on the blocks. The buzzer's going to go off here. Your hands react first, your hands and legs, but your hands don't actually like react and do anything with the blocks. And then we worked on that a lot, kind of when it was still warmer outside and things got cold, and we haven't been, utilizing the blocks as much as we wish we could. Hopefully, with but we get in the pool right about the same time we start to taper, and we can really kind of address starts and taper at the same time and do it on really high quality blocks, which we will have at our new pool, hopefully a week or two. So, even though your hands don't react on the blocks, your arms get in a nice streamlined position before you hit the water. Your head's in a good position. Your feet are like just a hair apart, so it looks like your right leg is down a little bit. So it's creating a little bit of tension in that right leg and helping draw it up there with the left leg would be good. All right, generally a pretty clean entry. Stay underwater pretty long. With the shave, taper, and suit, you probably come up ahead of that girl on the start there. The arms. So the arms here. This reminds me a lot of how your stroke looked last year in championship season, like region and state. And it's not a bad thing because you swim well then. But for me, I think this means that you're comfortable, which is good. But you notice you set your hand up in a really nice position to enter the water, but then your elbow and upper arm are hitting the water first. So I'd like you to continue to think about coming over the top and entering with the hand first. Keeping this hand position right. Let me go back. Keeping this hand position right there, but having it enter first, so a little bit of a higher elbow on the entry. But this is your comfortable stroke. Your arm does enter very clean. You see there's a minimal splash as it's entering the water. So while it's an area to improve, it's not. I think the entry's gotten cleaner, which is good. All right, on this race, I think you have a nice strong kick the first 50, and then you pick it up again the last 50. It's a little absent right here in the middle half of the race. I would like to see a lot more leg drive throughout the entirety of the race. The 200 is basically a sprint at this point in swimming 2021. So I understand this is a mid-season meet. You're tired, and you swim a great race. But how we, moving into championship season, working on pace and whatnot here in the coming weeks, really thinking about leg drive is going to be important. Throughout the race, you really attack the actual swimming portion of it, but I think your walls could be a little more aggressive. They're technically correct, but they're just not. They don't have the extra oomph to them that I'd like to see here, especially in a shorter distance race. All right, and here we come into the last 50. See your legs start to pick it up immediately there. Your tempo stayed really consistent throughout the race, which is great. Your upper body's, the pull and everything are looking good. And then on the finish here, you're going to notice you have I believe you even mentioned this to me on deck. But like your hand is basically inches away from the wall, your right hand, and then you take a left arm stroke. So just reaching for that wall will probably get you 200 low if you still do this right there. So yeah, just want to take another look at that. I mean, right here, like your left arm is by your hip. You should just be reaching with your right arm. I can't imagine it's more than a few inches away, and then you take a awkward stroke with that left arm and hit really flat. So we can definitely just really continue drive the legs even when you're just gliding there. It might feel like a long time in the moment, but it's really not that long. And then just driving the legs, finishing on your side, reaching for it. And really, if this felt like an awkward timing for you, the adjustment needs to be made here at the flags. So when you get to the flags, you need to make an adjustment there so that your last stroke is perfect with the wall. It's not like you get to the wall and you have to make a split-second decision. Do you glide into the wall awkwardly, or do you take this weird short arm stroke? All right, very nice race, though.